So, to discuss this kingdom, the PLANTAE kingdom, we first have to know the general characteristics of this kingdom. So, under the general characteristics of this kingdom, one thing that we have to know is that all organisms, every organisms under this kingdom are multicellular. They all have a well-defined nucleus and possess a double membrane of all its organelles present. The cell walls are made of cellulose and they are photosynthetic, which means they possess chloroplasts, and since they possess chloroplasts, that's what happens. Examples might be mosses, ferns, conifers, and flowering plants. Those are examples. So, to proceed with the general characteristics of this organism, of this kingdom, some of the phyla, we need to understand certain phylum here. So, the phylums that we need to understand here are 4 phylums, which are the Bryophyta, the Phaselinophyta, the Coniferophyta, and the Angiospermophyta. So these are the 4 phylum that we need to discuss. So let us start with the first. The Bryophyta. Most bryophytes use rhizoids as roots. They have simple stems and leaves. They do not have vesicular bundles, so which means they do not possess the xylem and the phloem vessels. They reproduce using spores, which swim to fertilize the female gametes. They are mostly found in wet regions. Includes mosses and leaves. But we actually have 2 classes of the Bryophyta. The first class is known as the Hepatic. You're going to pronounce that one correctly. The Hepaticopsida. The gamophytic plant body is either thalloid or foliose. If foliose, it means that the lateral appendages, which are the leaves, are within midrib, always dorsiventral. They also use rhizoids, but without a certain septa. Each cell in the thallus contains chloroplasts, but the chloroplasts do not have what we call the perinoi. Sex organs are embedded in the dorsal surface. The sporophytes may be simple, having only a capsule, or differentiated into roots, seta, and capsule. Each capsule lacks a columella, for example, liverwort. So that's an example. But we're still under the classes of the Bryophyta, and the second is what we call the Bryopsida or the Musci. The gametophyte is differentiated into prostrate, protonema, and an erect gametophores. A gametophore is foliose, which means it is differentiated into an axis, which is a stem in this case, and the lateral appendages like leaves, but without the midrib. The rhizoids are multicellular with oblique septa. Elyters are absent in the capsule of the sporangium. The sex organs are produced in separate branches, immersed in a group of leaves, for example, the mosses. We go to another phylum, which is a Phyllosynophyta. They have true roots. For these ones, it is a different one. They possess true roots, but even though, regardless, they possess the true roots, the stems and the leaves are more developed compared to the Bryophyta. They have vesicular bundles. they have spores in the lower epidermis of their leaves for reproduction, which includes ferns. This is an example of ferns in this case, because these species actually have true roots. They have stems and leaves which are more developed, unlike the bryophyta. We go to another, the third phylum, which is a coniferophyta. So these are fascicular bundles and which run from the roots, stems, and the leaves. They have cones where seed develops, reproduce through seeds. That is how coniferous plants looks like. So they contain cones, they contain certain seeds, and in those seeds they are going to use those seeds for reproduction and growth of new species. We have another last phylum which we're going to discuss, which is the angiospermophyta. They are flowering plants. They bear seeds which are enclosed in fruits. They have roots, stems, and leaves. They have the xylem and the phloem, so which means they have a vesicular bundle. So for now, that's all that we're going to discuss. That's a brief description of the phylums of the Plantae kingdom. But that is not the end that we're going to discuss under the Plantae kingdom. This is the first part of the Plantae kingdom. We're still discussing a lot, because classification doesn't just end there. Classification ends, it's something broader under the Plantae kingdom. So in our next lecture, we'll conclude the Plantae kingdom. Thank you very much until we meet next time. Thanks you for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Share the link.